Another corporate wonk is bowing to Donald Trump and telling his journalists to stop criticizing the president. This is scary, everybody. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. As you might recall, upon coming into office, a number of major television networks settled with the Trump administration over defamation suits. The suits themselves were frivolous, but given that Trump had said he wanted to politicize the Justice Department, which he has, see also Garage Sale Barbie, better known as Attorney General Pam Bondi. Because of these suits, the parent companies of several networks, including CBS, ABC, and CNN, all settled with Trump ahead of his returning to office. In the case of CBS, that has created some major fallout. Take a look.
The head of CBS News, Wendy McMahon, announced this morning that she would leave the network. In a statement, McMahon said, quote, "It's become clear that the company and I do not agree on the path forward. It's time for me to move on and for this organization to move forward with new leadership." Now, this move comes one day after the season finale of 60 Minutes, the network's marquee program. It's at the center of a $20 billion lawsuit filed by President Trump over an interview with Kamala Harris last fall. CBS's parent company, Paramount, has been in talks to settle the suit ahead of a potential acquisition. You got a little sneak preview there. Let's put him back on the screen. Brian Stelter is here with me. Brian, I know you've been doing reporting first and foremost on Wendy McMahon's departure, which is the news today, but what it means, as I mentioned, for the larger question of the real fight that CBS and the people there are having with the Trump administration, which has consequential ramifications for everybody in the news.
Yeah, CBS is like Harvard. It's like these big law firms. It's like other institutions that are under tremendous pressure from Trump and his administration. Will CBS fight or will CBS fold? Well, the answer has actually been both. We've seen journalists at CBS doing the work every day, every week, put it on the news. We've seen the parent company executives try to fold, try to settle with Trump. We know settlement talks are underway. And this news today about McMahon suddenly resigning suggests that maybe a settlement is imminent. As one CBS correspondent said to me earlier today, it feels like a purge is underway. That's because last month, 60 Minutes boss Bill Owens stepped down, citing a loss of independence. And now today, McMahon also stepping down.
So, to recap all of that, Paramount CBS is trying to merge with the company Skydance, and that will require FCC approval. Thus, CBS decided to settle the suit with Trump, prompting the departure of CBS News boss Wendy McMahon and 60 Minutes producer Bill Owens. So much for network integrity. And it gets even worse. Stay with me here. Over at ABC, similar drama is playing out over comments made by Good Morning America host George Stephanopoulos, who referred on air to Trump as a rapist, which he is. A court adjudicated him as such. Nevertheless, ABC settled the suit in December, paying Trump's legal bills and donating $15 million to his presidential library. So much for integrity there, too. The decision to fold traces back to Disney CEO Bob Iger, who, though once highly regarded enough that he toyed with his own presidential run, has seen his image tarnished in recent years. Big time. More on that in a moment. Now it appears Iger is going one step forward to protect ABC from more Trump drama, in the grossest way possible. The Daily Beast now reports that Bob Iger has ordered the cast of the popular talk show The View to tone down their political rhetoric and their criticism of Donald Trump. The View currently ranks as the #1 daytime talk show on television, and its hosts, Oscar winner Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, Sarah Haynes, and Republican commentators Ana Navarro and Alyssa Farah Griffin, have not held back in their slamming Trump. That's especially damning considering Griffin actually worked in the Trump White House during Trump's first term and has since become vocal in claiming he is corrupt and unfit to lead. The same article stresses that Iger met with the cast and framed his plea more as a request than an edict. Still, he is exerting pressure as Trump has also launched an investigation into Disney and ABC over its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. The cast of The View, for their part, reacted with horror and defiance to Iger's request. The View gained its popularity and became a ratings winner by focusing on political issues. In particular, Ana Navarro is said to have confronted Iger on multiple occasions, telling him to let the panelists do their jobs. Iger, for his part, continues to insist that The View take a more pro-Trump stance. So much for objective journalism, Bob Iger? Apart from this appalling and flaccid instance of fluffing Trump's behind, this comes as yet another blow to the legacy of Bob Iger. Once regarded as the humane and neighborly American CEO, his image crumbled in 2023 during the WGA and SAG strikes that brought Hollywood production to a halt. Iger emerged as a vindictive voice against both unions, resisting terms that would allow actors to own their own likenesses or writers not to have to rewrite AI-generated scripts. And now, once again, Mr. Iger shows his true colors as yet another CEO ravenous with greed, unwilling to stand up to Trump's bullying. Here is a man with a company that is synonymous with Americana and that has virtually unlimited resources at his disposal. And the boss would rather fold than fight. So the women of The View deserve all the more credit for standing up to their boss and for their journalistic credibility. That's not an easy thing to do when it seems like everyone else is running away in fear. At the time of this report, the women of The View have yet to comment publicly on the situation, so for now, we will just borrow a phrase from our school days. You go, girls. This is Occupy Democrats.